unusual story, too. But first, he'll show you his wares. Mr. Alan Bursky.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be here. I'll tell you something, though. It's a pleasure to be anywhere, as a matter of fact. It beats school. So, you're right, especially the cost. But today was a strange day for me because I realized today, you can't trust anyone anymore. Like this morning, I was sitting in a coffee shop, and a guy comes over to me, hands me a card. It says, "I'm deaf. Could you help out?" So I gave him a quarter, and he put it in the jukebox. What's always been a problem for me as a performer is that, I look a lot younger than I actually am, and people tease me about it. Like when I went down to get my driver's license, they made me take my picture on a pony. And when I started to shave, I went into a drugstore, and I asked the clerk, what kind of razor should I buy? Schick? Gillette? He said Mattel. It's worse with girls. It is. Every girl I go out with has this tremendous need to mother me. And it's embarrassing because it's hard to come on strong with a girl at dinner while she's cutting your steak for you. I've never really done well with girls. Even as a little kid, I was a failure at it. In fact, the first time I played doctor with the little girl next door, she sued me for malpractice. In high school, a friend of mine told me you can get a girl excited by blowing in her ear. So on a date one night, I tried it, but for no reason, she got mad and broke my straw. Last week I had a fight with my girlfriend. We broke up. We had words, and she left. It was ridiculous. No, she said it was because, she said it was because when it comes to lovemaking, I'm too eager. All right, that's not exactly what she said, okay? Exactly, she said. Even eggs take 3 minutes. I used to like the little ads on back of matchbooks. I saw one the other day that said, "Learn to be a nurse in the privacy of your own home." They send a sick person to live with you. In closing, I'd like to say, if you've enjoyed me, my name is Alan Bursky. If not, I'm Donny Osmond. Thank you very much.
That's fun.
Oh.
Yeah, that really, you gave up comedy for a while to be an agent. How come?
Actually, what happened was they were my agents, this company, and I had a bad month. So I went up to see the head of the company, who was my agent, and I said, I want a job. And he gave me one. The office right next to his. They weren't kidding.
You mean you had first been a comic,
mm-hmm.
and they didn't get you any jobs?
Well, to be fair with them, there was a time I was working, and this one month I wasn't working, and I was going to school and trying to keep an apartment by myself and pay for my books, and I said, I need a job this month. So he said, be an agent. And I thought about it, and I thought, well, if it doesn't work out, I can go back to being a performer, so I did that for a year.
You got to explain to our audience, perhaps they don't know, because if they're not, what an agent does. An agent's job is...
Well, a theatrical agent, in this town or all over the world, there are large companies, and they sign entertainers, actors, or writers, all kinds of artists, and they get employment for them and collect a 10% commission. Sometimes 15%, but we don't talk about that.
Oh, 50?
It depends. Whatever they're willing to sign, we're willing to take.
Right, Isaac?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes.
Well, the inside joke is they were Isaac's agents. You know the company well.
Oh.
Right.
So,
But did you bring Isaac when Isaac did our show?
No, Isaac was not with that company any longer at that time. But there were a lot of people who, one of my main jobs was covering this show right here.
Really?
Yeah, I used to be here like every day for a year.
Well, I don't remember seeing you here.
I used to hide from you. Well, they told me that when I first became agent, they said the thing you never want to do is make the host angry.
Angry.
Well, you never want to get in the way of the host or anything. So whenever you used to come around, like right over there, I used to hide behind somebody. Or, grab the producer or turn away or run out for coffee someplace.
Yeah. Just the sight of you would, just stir me to such anger.
Well, you never know.
That's right.
I could bump into you and you could be have a bad day and then never want to do business with our company.
That's the funniest story I ever heard.
It was an interesting job.
Well, who were some of your clients?
Well, we had, I came here several times, Liberace.
Liberace is your client?
Well, not any longer, but he's still with the company, and Tony Bennett, Steve Martin, Johnny Cash.
Impressive. They've all been here.
Yes, big company.
You were here with all those people and Dinah never saw
No, never. Always hiding. Always behind Tony Bennett or somebody.
That's funny. Pushing them in front.
That's fascinating. Agents get you work.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Well, maybe you're not happy with your present representation.
Did you ever discover any new talent?
Well, the big joke in town right now is that several months ago, last spring as a matter of fact, I'm very friendly with Debbie Boone. And I had Debbie Boone come up to the office and meet all the agents, and she had a demo of what is now You Light Up My Life. And they played it, and we were going to lunch. And I said, why don't you guys come to lunch and get to know her? I think this is going to be really the next big thing. And they go, no, you have a good time, and And they never followed it up. And they kiss me a lot now. But that's their big embarrassing thing right now. They told me, and the other one was Cheryl Ladd.
Really?
I was trying to get a deal for her on what was The Laugh-In Show with George Slaughter, and I wanted to represent Cheryl, and I was very close with her, and she wanted to come with our company. But the problem was, one of the heads of our company lives right next door to her. So he said, well, it's like I'll be living with
next
the act.
Client.
Yeah, you take care of it. So I was very frustrated, so I quit, and 2 weeks later, Cheryl Ladd exploded. So that happens a lot.
Alan, after what you just said, you have no intention of ever going back to that company again, do you?
Yeah.
Well, they represent me. I like to keep it close.